And then there are those who used to live here in our area, and they now call Florida their home. As we all watch Hurricane Ian move, they are directly impacted by the powerful storm tonight. Let's get right out to our Joelle Jones joining us live with much more on this. Joelle?
Well, Liz, with what usually is nice weather and beautiful beaches, southern Florida has been dubbed an ideal place for folks to retire to. But for the former goalkeeper of the Timbers and retired editor of the Columbian, they say these last few days have been a lot less scenic and a lot more stressful.
Okay, that's too close for comfort, and we need to get out of here.
For more than 2 decades, Lou Brancaccio was the editor of the Columbian newspaper. Before he and his wife fully committed to moving to Punta Gorda, Florida last year, he tells us they had been splitting their time between Florida and Vancouver, a decision he says the couple ironically made to avoid hurricane season.
And here I am, really the first year of being a full-time resident, facing what is likely to become the worst hurricane to ever hit Florida.
And while not everyone followed evacuation orders, Brancaccio and his wife joined the thousands who heeded experts' warnings, packed what they could, and headed to safer ground. Also among those weathering the storm is retired Timbers goalkeeper Jeff Attanella, who tells us his Tampa home was placed under mandatory evacuation orders Monday.
We put some stuff up from the first floor. We took some stuff out of the garage, and but if this thing was going to hit where we live, we were just kind of under the impression that it wouldn't really matter what we did, just because the storm was so big.
Attanella, who grew up in the Tampa area, tells us he had only recently moved back after announcing his retirement from the Timbers in January of this year. Having weathered several storms in the past, he tells us this is the first time he has ever evacuated for a hurricane, but says he and his wife had some practice after their time here in Oregon.
20 with the Oregon wildfires, my wife and I. So it's kind of one of those things where we had an idea of what we needed to bring, and we actually kind of kept the same boxes packed from that situation, and just knew to throw it in the boxes and kind of get to higher ground.
As the Category 4 hurricane brought in wind speeds at upwards of 150 miles per hour, more than 10 feet of storm surge, and over a foot of rain, Hurricane Ian has left a path of destruction along Florida's coastline. And while both men tell KOIN 6 they feel lucky to have evacuated safely, the reality of returning home is beginning to set in.
Oh, there's already 1 million people without power, and you look at some of these images in these towns that I spent a lot of time in. I've played soccer in, I've done a lot of things in, and they're going to be starting from scratch. So it's super scary.
My gut tells me we're going to try to go back a little sooner than later, because we just need to know. You need to know what happened, and right now we're in the dark.
Now, despite the power outages and evacuations, we asked if the storm has changed either men's mind about living in Florida, but both said no, with Brancaccio even saying that they will put up with whatever they have to put up with and repair whatever they have to repair, but it's just that nice of a place to live. So there you have it. Reporting live in downtown Portland tonight, I'm Joelle Jones, KOIN 6 News. Yeah.